While fishing on the calm sea, the fisherman suddenly found himself surrounded by thick fog. Paying little attention, he continued sailing forward until he heard a dull thud. His small boat had apparently hit something. He immediately looked around vigilantly, only to be utterly shocked by what he saw. A luxurious sailboat had mysteriously appeared in the fog. The fisherman was momentarily stunned, but curiosity drove him to steer his boat closer. He securely tied his vessel to the sailboat and carefully climbed onto the deck, determined to investigate. Once aboard, he discovered the entire ship was deserted, yet eerily maintained signs of recent habitation. The cabin was fully stocked with living supplies, clearly indicating the owner had departed not long ago. He attempted to call for help through the radio to the harbor but received no response. When he returned to the deck, an even more terrifying discovery awaited him. His small boat had vanished without a trace. The fisherman was completely panic-stricken. Had he encountered the legendary ghost ship? He hurriedly pulled out binoculars to search for clues, but the dense fog obscured all visibility. Only when the fog finally dispersed was he able to check the map to determine his position and calculate a route back to land. However, more despairingly, he couldn't figure out where he was at all. And the strange occurrences continued. While using the bathroom, the door suddenly locked for no reason, refusing to open despite his repeated attempts to break it down. Thus, he found himself trapped in the tiny bathroom while water mysteriously began seeping in from the bottom of the ship. Despite his dire situation, he persistently tried to break down the door and finally managed to escape. This series of inexplicable events completely shattered his courage, and he decided to abandon ship. The fisherman quickly retrieved a floating barrel, securely attached it to the damaged door he had just broken, preparing to use it as a makeshift raft. He hastily gathered some essential supplies from the cabin, planning to leave this ominous vessel immediately. However, faced with such a luxurious sailboat, he began to hesitate. A feeling of reluctance washed over him, and ultimately he abandoned his escape plan, returned to the sailboat, and manually pumped out the water from the cabin. He decided to defy superstition and was determined to sail this mysterious vessel back to land. Little did he know that even greater dangers awaited him ahead.